Council. This is the first of 3 scheduled matters tonight. This is in regards to the presentation of our proposed fiscal year 2026-2027 budget and the scheduling of a public hearing. I just have some brief comments, and I want to start out by first recognizing some individuals that did an outstanding job. When challenges came their way, they stepped up and did a fantastic job. They really are, these individuals got us here today. And so first off, I want to recognize our acting finance director, Tricia Whiteley, and as well as our accountant, Hilda Gomez. They're both individuals that are standing right here, or sitting right here. So appreciate their help. I also want to share my appreciation towards our directors, each one of them, and their staff, our staff, for the work on this budget as well. The proposed budget for council's consideration, it represents much more than a financial plan. It is a reflection of the priorities established by the City Council, the needs of our community, and our commitment to responsible stewardship of public resources. Over the past year, we have continued transitioning the city toward a more proactive organization focused on performance, accountability, modernization, and long-term sustainability. The proposed budget reflects that continued transition. The budget before you tonight proposes an approximate $37.1 million in revenues with $36.6 million in expenditures, resulting in a modest projected surplus of approximately $266,000, rounding up. During the budget development process, staff identified challenges and created solutions through strategic cost control measures. The result is a balanced budget that maintains essential services while positioning the city for long-term success. One of the most important aspects of this budget is that it continues strengthening the city's financial foundation. This budget includes an initial contribution of $100,000 towards reducing the deficit within our risk management fund, continues full funding of our golf course and Zild House, maintains responsible reserve levels, and continues to address our CalPERS long-term liability. At the same time, it recognizes that the city must continue aligning operational costs with realistic revenue expectations while pursuing economic growth opportunities that expand our tax base and strengthen future revenues. This budget also reflects the City Council's strategic priorities. Among the notable projects included in this year are continued funding for enhancements at Veterans Park and along Main Street, safety improvements along our trail network, pedestrian safety improvements throughout the community, and the continued self-performed street maintenance of 30 lane miles a year. We had a special City Council meeting where we went into depth on the proposed capital improvement program, which we are proposing over $106 million in infrastructure investments supported through a combination of local, state, and federal funding resources. These projects include investments in streets, parks, public safety facilities, water, wastewater, airport improvements, transit facilities, and quality of life amenities that will benefit residents for decades to come. This budget also continues our commitment to organizational modernization with the continued investments towards our new permitting software, our new business license software, financial system upgrades, routeware technology for our refuse operation, and other modernization efforts intended to improve efficiency, transparency, and service delivery for our residents and business community. Public safety remains a top priority within this budget. The budget continues significant investments in police and fire services, including radio system upgrades, support for our drone as a first responder program, improvements to Fire Station 71 and 72, and replacement of critical emergency response equipment. These investments help ensure our first responders have the tools necessary to protect our community. Quality of life improvements also remain a major focus. This budget supports continued progress on the Overland Park and Recreation Center, the design of our new library, design of our new sportsplex, and continued investment in recreational facilities and community spaces that improve the overall quality of life for Porterville residents. Finally, this budget continues advancing what the council has termed the Great Pivot. The next generation of Porterville depends on our ability to create jobs, attract investment, support housing development, improve infrastructure, and strengthening our local economy. This budget reflects the shift by emphasizing economic development, operational efficiency, organizational accountability, and strategic investments that position Porterville for long-term growth and success. I'd like to thank the council, our department directors, finance staff in particular, and all the city employees who contributed to developing this proposed budget. Their efforts help secure that the budget presented tonight is balanced, responsible, and aligned with priorities of both the council and our community. Staff requests that the City Council receive the proposed fiscal year 2026-2027 budget, provide any preliminary direction regarding modifications or priorities, and then schedule the required public hearing for June 16th, 2026. And at that time, staff is available to answer any questions regarding the proposed budget.
Thank you, City Manager. And I just want to echo what you said there in the beginning. Amazing job to city staff who have had to step up. There's just no other way to put it, and gone out of their comfort zone and delivered. We haven't had a physical budget on time since 2023.
Nuestra comunidad es importante para nosotros y las personas saludables crean una comunidad saludable.
So we've been putting it out, and this is the first year that we're back on track. And so great job to you guys on delivering this budget, right? To all the directors and finance individuals that stepped up. Thank you. Councilman Rivas, do you have any comments?
I echo everything that you said, Mayor, but what I want to do is I want to stand up and applaud you guys for doing an outstanding job. So everybody in the audience, please, will you stand up and give these people a round of applause, please? Thank you. You guys have made a virtually impossible thing happen, and I really want to applaud you. Thank you so much. I knew when we started this with these audits and so on and so forth, I mean, there was times where I would sleepless nights, so I can just imagine what you guys went through. So I just want to say thank you so much. And with that, I just want to turn that back over to you, Mayor.
Yeah, a lot has been uncovered. I appreciate that, Councilman Rivas. Councilman Beltran, do you have any comments?
No, not this time.
Councilman Green?
Yeah, I think I do. I haven't said much tonight, so I'm going to get a shot in here. I do want to thank all the staff. And like AJ said, they did the impossible, but the impossible can be done with hard work.
Yeah.
And I think they've all done that. And you guys got out the whittling knives and really pared down the budgets and your operating costs. And I think now it becomes incumbent on the council up here to do our part and not spend money like a bunch of drunk sailors on shore leave. So I guess you guys they've really done a great job. Oh, and you too, Rich, and maybe even Donnie. We'll throw him in there. And I understand, Trish, you really jumped in and saved the day. So a little extra thanks goes to you. Well, both of you. But anyway, I do appreciate it. You guys, it takes hard work. I know when I was in the ag production industry, I always tell the guys, just give me enough money and I'll spend it for you. All right. Thank you. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Councilman Green. Vice Mayor McKirby.
Well, I think standing up and applauding that is really important because we really have reached a milestone. And it's easy to look back and say, okay, armchair quarterback, but think about the trends, right? So the long-term liabilities from 2015 to 2024 went from 106 million to 171 million. It went up 62% in the last 10 years. We went from having a risk management surplus in 2015 of 1.6 million to 10.5 million in debt in 2024. We still have the challenge of the $50 million PERS. These structural problems that have been identified are important for the public to understand. And it's really easy to look at that. Nobody wanted to talk about it. And you can see why a lot of people abandon ship. Thank you guys for staying on the ship. and pulling together and righting the ship. Thank you for your leadership, Mr. Tree, for bringing this together. There's a lot of new players here, but there's a lot of good talent, a lot of good teamwork, and you guys are delivering some great results. And we're managing to face those structural deficits and also deliver roads and deliver community centers and deliver downtown for the people. And I really think that we've done a great thing here. So thanks for asking everybody to stand up and applaud, because it took a lot of hard work. And it's been a couple of years coming, because it took a long time to dig all of this out. It's important that we understand it so that we can address it, and I think we've done it here. Thank you very much.
I love that, Vice Mayor. Refuse, decline. With that, I'll make a motion to go forward with staff recommendations.